Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and welcome to the MyStake Sports Centre in South Wales for tonight's Championship Boxing, brought to you by Barry Hearn and Ringside Boxing Promotions in association with Matchroom Sport and Prince Promotions. Your sponsors for tonight's show is PokerMillion.com. All tonight's officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Board of Control, and they are Inspectors Kevin Fulthorpe, Harry Carroll, David Hughes and Julian Courtney. Your timekeepers are Neil Berda and David Walters. Your steward in charge is Brian Rainey, and your referees in charge of tonight's action are Mike Heatherwick and Winford Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the officials and these are your contestants. This is an international light welterweight contest consisting of 6 3-minute rounds. Firstly, and introducing to you in the red corner, wearing the black shorts with white trim. He weighed in at 10 stone, 1 pound and 13 ounces. He comes into the ring with a professional record of 9 contests, winning 6, 4 inside the scheduled distance and 3 losses. Please welcome from Kowatowice in Poland, Adam Zadworny. And in the blue corner, wearing the blue shorts, he weighed in at 10 stone and 4 pounds. He comes into the ring with a professional record of 10 contests, winning 9, 5 inside the scheduled distance and 1 loss. From Brixton, England, please welcome Ted Bami.
When I tell Kevin to break, I need to break clean. Okay, step right back in boxing. Defend yourself at all times, except when I say stop boxing. Good luck to Barry. Shake hands, come up boxing, sound the bell.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, Ted Bami from Brixton is making a name for himself as something of a danger man, ending the unbeaten run of Bradley Price at Cardiff Castle last time out. He's in the blue trunks here, in with Adam Zadworny from Poland, a 27-year-old who's won 6 out of 9 so far, but his chin's been letting him down a little bit lately, so Bami will certainly start as a favourite here. And it was quite impressive the way he stopped Price with, what was it, a couple of seconds to go, wasn't it?
It was right on the final bell, but he got the job done, and he is a good puncher.
He's proved it a few times. He upset Francis Barrett as well, the former Irish Olympian, and Michael Smythe, the Welsh puncher of recent vintage. So Zadworny will have to be pretty careful about Bami's power here. One thing Zadworny does have going for him, usually he's a natural welterweight, whereas Bami tends to be more the light welterweight. So he might just find it that little bit more difficult to make the power count, in theory anyway.
Yes, and another thing is, with these good wins that he's had, he's got to remember to do his boxing and not just look to load up. That's always a problem when somebody starts getting a reputation as a puncher. They just look for the big shots.
Looks in good shape here. Bami, as he likes to be known. We've been calling him Bami along the way, but I'm told it is Bami, so we'll try to stick to that. Not really found his timing so far. Reach advantage for Zadworny if he's got the skills and wherewithal to use it.
Well, look, the dangerous overhand right from Bami, who has got to try and get close and start throwing a few more punches. Single shots will just not quite be enough.
Bami on the fringe of the British top 10, I would say, at the moment after his win over Bradley Price. Can he go on from there? Looking for the uppercut on the inside, couldn't really land it flush. That's been the story of the first round for him so far. Well, good right hand, that from Zadworny. Found that with fast hand, and that took Bami very much by surprise and seemed to register as well, Glenn.
Oh, most definitely. That certainly was a little bit of a shock for Bami. Legs give a little shudder as that long right hand went in.
Has to be careful of overconfidence after that great win over Bradley Price. Got a little reminder there, all right. That was like the alarm clock going off. Good jab as well from Zadvorny. He doesn't look overawed by the job in hand, and again, almost with that right hand. Better defensive skill and reflexes from Bami that time.
Zadvorny using that long right hand to good effect.
Good start this from the pole. Bami just didn't find his timing. I'd give the first round to Zadvorny there. He's got a nick underneath the right eye as well, Bami.
Well, I think that might have been that long right hand punch. He certainly stood for it. A little bit too casual, Bami, and that was a good start for Zadvorny.
James Cook there, former European champion himself, with Brian Lawrence in the corner for Bami. And this is the punch of the round coming up now, Glenn.
Yeah, left hand down from Bami, just feints a shot and then walks right onto that long right hand. Nicely timed from Zadvorny. And that certainly registered right down the legs.
Turn up for the book. It's usually Bami who's providing the upsets. He's got dangerous written on the back of his trunks, Ted Bami here. I think he quite likes the reputation he's acquiring. He's only lost 1 out of 10. That was against Jack Bielski, a Pole as well. Same fighter who was knocked out by Jawid Khalik. Blue trunks of Bami, the black of Zadvorny, whose chin's let him down in his last 3 fights.
Well, that's a problem. Stopped in his last 3 fights, and that's maybe something that Bami is thinking about a bit too much and a bit too casual.
That's not a knockdown, just a slip from Zadvorny. He was knocked out in 4 by Derek Roach, the former British welterweight champion. Young Muttley of West Bromwich beat him with a clean left hook in the 3rd, and he was stopped in 5 by the Dane Jan Janssen as well. So that's a worry. His corner will be worried about that too. Obviously a question mark about his defensive resilience.
But if he's going to hurt him, Bami, he has to start throwing shots and get to Zadvorny.
Which he hasn't done yet. He was quite slow starting that night against Bradley Price and got stronger as it went on.
Yep, that's maybe the sort of fighter he is, and this short distance might not suit him that much.
Should be looking for bigger things, really, Bami, around this stage of his career. He certainly can't afford an upset in this one. Way down on the undercard, deep in Wales. Better punches from him there, though.
Let me go. Right.
There's a little bit of blood on the nose, on the bridge of the nose of Zadvorny as Bami tries to get close.
Finding it hard to work out the style of Zadvorny at the moment. Arms like tentacles, the pole. Question of getting into range. Needs educated pressure, Bami.
Right. Step back. Step back.
Trying to find a way in and trying to get in range with that jab as well and cut off the corners. Does like that right uppercut on the inside as well. He's tried it a couple of times, hasn't worked yet.
It hasn't. It looks a good shot, but Zadvorny's very upright and he hasn't really dipped forward for the uppercut yet.
It's a good body shot from Bami. Now he's getting closer, significantly so maybe. Second round. Warning for use of the head by Bami. Oh, and then fast hands, gets there twice with the left hand, and now Zadvorny, gloves beginning to drop, mouth gaped open a little, changing the pattern here, all right. This is more what we thought might be in the script tonight with this one.
That's right, he's starting to warm up, starting to get the shots on, the big powerful ones going in, and that was Bami's round.
He's a bit of a puncher. He's stopped half of his opponents so far, as you can see by those stats. That defeat I was telling you about at the hands of Jack Bielski of Poland.
Well, he just started to pressure Zadvorny a little bit better. The right hand going and just getting him just going a little bit. He certainly caught him with a decent shot and hurt him around about there. That was a good solid body shot for Bami. Single shots in, he needs to still come back with a few more, put the punches together.
Round 3.
The grease around the eyes of Zadvorny as well now. Zadvorny in the black trunks. Bami trying to force his way into the British top 10 at light welterweight, the division being dominated by the likes of Ricky Hatton and Junior Witter at the moment. A little left hand there. Again, just catching Bami's defences wanting. That's the question with him, really, isn't it, Glenn? Can he make the next step?
That is right. I mean, what he wants to be doing is making it a lot easier of this kind of opponent. You know, this should really suit him, and he's making hard work. He needs to get in, use his boxing skills a bit more, and not be so sloppy.
At the moment, he's sort of like a dangerous loose cannon around the division, probably a little bit avoided by some wary managers and promoters. Well, can he establish himself as a championship level fighter? That's what we're talking about,
well,
isn't it?
He needs the fights to do it. But he's got to move up and move up quickly.
Again, tries that right uppercut. Hasn't hit the jackpot yet with that one. Again, right hand that time from Zadvorny, but made to pay on the counter with these body shots. And I think that Bami's worked out that this is the answer. And there's a lot of body to aim at too with this gangling pole. He wants to know all right, Zadvorny, doesn't he?
He's certainly lively. He wants to have a go. There's some good body shots going in, but Zadvorny's still trying to get his punches off.
Defense falling apart a bit though, Zadvorny. Is he going to be stopped for the 4th time in a row? Begins to look like it because Bami is beginning to load up and tee off on him, and there's not a lot coming back. The body shots are breaking him up. Bami right on top now.
Yes, he's up through the gears, Bami, and this is good. He's starting to put a good solid pressure on Zadvorny.
Confident look about him, hasn't he? Bami too. He looks as if he always feels as if he's going to get the job done. Lately he's been right. Oh, the right uppercut does get home this time. It worked that time for him. And Zadvorny on unsteady legs now. He's getting to him. Head and body. Local referee Mike Heatherwick taking a closer look at Zadvorny, who's now got a cut by the left eye as well. Just a nick, nothing much, but a sign of his increasing problems in this fight. It's going to be stopped soon unless he can stop this kind of cluster of punches raining in on him.
Yes, I think it's not far off his stoppage now. He just needs to keep the combinations going in. Zadvorny doesn't look as if he's got much left.
He's glad to hear the bell to end that round. He kind of staggers back to the corner, the pole. And at the moment, he must feel as if he's been caught in a storm in mid-Atlantic.
Well, he did take an awful lot in that round, some heavy shots, and did well to still be there.
No knockdown, but I scored that 10-8 that round. It was one-sided.
It was very, very one-sided. He really was on the verge of being stopped. Some referees might well have stopped it at the end of that round.
Zadvorny did well in the first round, keeping the fight at range. But at the moment, Bami is all over him. Here's the punch he loves.
Yeah, good little right uppercut inside.
Final round, but can Zadvorny get through it? You wouldn't want to bet a lot of money on it, put it that way. Bami in the blue trunks. Hungry for the stoppage, you feel. In control of the fight as well now. Bami, who's 24, by the way, plenty of time on his side still, and already with some good wins on his record. They've kept him a pretty good secret, haven't they?
Yes, they have. He's just making it, you know, his way up in a good manner. Obviously, the Bradley Price victory elevated him a lot. But, you know, there's good fights out there for him.
If he keeps winning. Zadvorny's corner shouting at him, trying to urge him on. But at the moment, he seems to have lost belief. He's taken a few, hasn't he?
Yes, he's taken a lot, but Bami has just dropped off the pace in this round. You'd expect him to come out with a big attack. He's just stood off Zadvorny.
Bami, originally from Zaire, boxed as an amateur in London before turning pro, making a pretty good fist to it. Occasionally his own defence, leaving something to be desired. He got caught by a right on the counter then, and against a heavier hitter and better fighter, maybe he would pay a heavier price.
Well, the problem with big punches is they've really got to get their balance and plant their legs, and doing that they sometimes drop their hands.
Body, punches and uppercuts again from Bami, but just not as snappy and sharp in this round as he was in the last. Maybe he just punched himself out a bit in that third round.
Well, he worked very hard. I think he was really going for the stoppage in the third. And there hasn't been that much in this round.
Again, he got there with the right hand, Zadvorny.
He did have a little habit, Ian, of when he lands a good shot, he just admires his work a bit, just leaves that split second for the counter.
Yep. Loading up with the right hand. Zadvorny showing good spirit in this last round. Hasn't been in too much trouble and looks like getting through the round. He's even got in with a couple of his own. Bami rather running out of puff in this final session, and again caught by a chopping right hand.
Well, they're really showing a lot of character, Zadvorny, hanging in here.
Desperate to avoid another stoppage defeat on his record. Looks like he's going to manage to do that now. All over. Bami's won. Keeps up his good run. 10 wins out of 11 for him. Defence needs working on, but he can hit a bit, and he was close to forcing the stoppage in round 3 before just running out of gas a bit in the 4th.
Yes, I think maybe he just thought he could do it. He just looked at the record of Zadvorny and thought it's going to be easy, and it was hard. You know, he didn't get in that first round, and then started to pick it up from there, and it got better for Bami, but he gets another win and keeps it going.
Just waiting for something more exciting to happen in his career, Bami. Truthfully, that was nothing more than a mark time fight for him tonight. I mean, he had to win that, didn't he?
Yes, and you know, he's happy as long as he keeps getting the win, but there's big fights out there for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, your referee scores the contest 40 points to 37 in favour of the winner from Brixton, England, Ted Bami.
3 runs to 0 with 1 even was how the referee saw it in favour of Bami.
And your appreciation, please, from Kovacevic in Poland, Adam Zadvorny.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the main event, the fight of the night. Please welcome